Welcome to the Dallas, Oregon podcast, your quick and informative source of what's happening in and around our city. I'm Allison Roberson, the communications specialist for the city of Dallas. In each episode, we bring in city staff, local leaders, and community members to talk about the projects, people, and possibilities shaping Dallas. Today, we have Spencer Hise, our Fleet Services Supervisor, here to talk all about fleet services and the important work they do to help our city run around the clock and ensure our equipment is ready for winter storms and any other situation that may arise. Welcome to the podcast, Spencer.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Spencer, before we get into the podcast, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe like where you grew up, what brought you to this job, etc.?
I was born and raised here. I'm 29. Went to high school here, everything. I guess what led me to the job, because I worked for my dad has a shop here in town. I worked there for almost 10 years. And there was the old supervisor was retiring, and so they're looking to hire someone on, and I saw the job listing and I applied, and kind of worked out.
Yeah, and I know that it's not just you. You have a whole team. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, so I have two guys that, work under me or around me, whatever you want to call it. Kyle, he's been here since last June, I want to say, so coming up on a year and a half. And then I have another guy named Dante. He started about a month ago. So.
And so you said that they both work under you. What did they do?
Under me is not the right word to use, but they do, specifically Kyle, he's more of my kind of big projects, kind of intense teardown stuff. It takes about a good year, 6 months to a year to get kind of familiar. Like, we all have pretty much the same background. Came from just doing automotive, like, your passenger cars and trucks, to we all switched doing fleet work. So it takes a good year for your, get comfortable how everything works and runs, and
Trainings, probably.
a lot of training, a lot of learning. Dante, he's been with us about a month. Before that, it was just me and Kyle for a while. So the extra help's been really nice.
Good. And what exactly does Fleet Services do? And can you tell us, like, maybe what you do on a typical day?
Yeah, so Fleet Services, it's kind of so we do kind of everything, to be honest. We just do, your routine maintenance, like oil changes, tire rotations, brakes. But we also go in depth. I mean, we've done engines, we've replaced transmissions, chased electrical problems.
And you cover everything for the city. So that is police cars, that is ambulances. You do fire trucks?
So we do, which there's a lot that goes into them. So we do all of Dallas's fire trucks, ambulances, their brush truck, their duty trucks. We do all of the parks department stuff, like their tractors, their mowers, all of our police cars, detective cars, all of our public works stuff, like dump trucks, backhoes, our kind of smaller equipment, like our skid steers and stuff. We do kind of everything.
And as if that isn't enough on your plate, you also contract with other municipalities, correct?
Yeah, so there's been some changes kind of the last, year, but right now we're regularly servicing Monmouth Police Department, all of Falls City's fire equipment, their brush truck, stuff like that. I've done a little bit of work here and there for Independence Police, depending on what it is. I'm hoping, depending on schedule, once we get moved into the new shop, maybe expanding a little bit more. We're really strapped for room right now. So once we get into the new shop, potentially expanding.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that new shop. Where's that located?
So it's in the same yard. We're kind of working out of a 3-bay temporary shop. It was originally just truck storage for the street crew, little work area for them. The old shop got demolished, and then they moved us into there for the time being, and thinking in October we get to move shop. So it's huge. It'll allow us just a lot more work capacity, because a lot of the equipment we work on, you have some delays a lot of times getting parts, sourcing parts, because we work on anything, from the 90s to up until new. So, have being able to tear something down and then, while you're waiting on parts or, more information or something, you can kind of keep moving on. So,
Yeah. And I know that there will be an opportunity for the public to see the new shop. I believe that's going to come up in October or November.
yeah, I think beginning of October-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, everybody. All right. So, Spencer, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us all about fleet services. But before you go, to close out our podcast, we ask all of our guests this one question, and that is, what is your favorite thing about Dallas?
I would say my favorite thing is just the environment. I like the people here. I like, everyone I work with around here. Just the town. I grew up here and I enjoy it. So just, I guess, environment.
Well, thank you again for sharing and for joining us on the podcast. And thank you, everybody, for listening. I'm Allison Roberson, and we'll see you next time.